Hey, it's Desiree Stafford of DesireeStafford.com. If you're a coach, if you're an expert, if you're a spiritual entrepreneur who sells transformation and you want to collapse your monthly income into a week or a sale, check me out at DesireeStafford.com. Now, today what I want to talk to you about is why you're still not making the money that you want to make consistently, okay? So, you're already making some cash, right? The problem is you're banging your head against 2 to 10K months. Maybe you've even seen a 20K month or so before, but you're not able to see it consistently. You're not able to repeat it. And there's nothing more frustrating than experiencing something but not knowing what you did to get yourself back there and get yourself there on a regular basis, right? Because what you want is, sustainable income. What you want is to be able to depend on the money that you make, right? And if you have a big calling, a big purpose, a big mission in life, you want to have funds, as big as your calling, as your mission, as your purpose, right? So let's talk about where you can look in order to see different results, okay? The first place is you want to make sure that your business model supports you making the amount of money you want to make without burning yourself out, okay? This is a big deal because I know there's a lot of people who are charging maybe by the hour or charging lower end fees, and it's killing you, right? You're working your ass off all month. You're living on Facebook, but you're not seeing the income that you need. You're feeling cash poor, all right? I remember when my business model was, selling $5,000 packages, and I was selling them, on average about 2 per month, and they were typically on installment plans, which meant I was only seeing about $4,000 cash per month, which for me was just not a lot of money to live off of, right? I had debt, I had expenses, and $4,000 cash just really wasn't carrying me, okay? So I changed my business model. Now I charge based on a different fee structure. Now imagine going from, seeing $4,000 in cash, from 10K a month in revenue to charging at the 5-figure fee level and receiving full pay. Significant increase in the cash that I get to receive on a monthly basis. Makes my life a lot easier. I don't have to stress about money as much as I used to before. So that's what gets to happen when you have a business model that supports you. I actually work less hours on my business, or in my business, I should say. I get to spend more time on my business as I choose, and I make significantly more money, right? And I get to show up the refreshed, for my clients that I'm serving, right? So it's a win-win for everyone involved, right? The second thing is you want to make sure that you're selling the right thing to the right people. Here's what I mean by that. There's a lot of people in the marketplace who have gifts, talents, expertise in a specific area, but they don't know how to package that. And so they think that they need to be a business coach in order to make money, right? Don't do that, right? You don't want to sell what you're good at. You want to sell what you're excellent at, right? Because that's how you're going to get the results for your clients. That's when they'll renew. That's when they'll give you amazing testimonials. That's when they'll send you referrals, right? So you want to be able to know that what you're selling, you can deliver, okay? And I don't mean just, deliver, from a marginal or mediocre place, but you are the best at delivering it. If a client hits a stumbling block, you know how to walk them through it. You know how to translate what you've done to your client so that they get amazing results, right? Anyone could create a step-by-step program that walks a client through how to do something. However, if you don't know how to help the client when they get stuck, it's not going to serve either one of you, right? That's what makes you the best, when you're able to help clients when they get stuck, which means your offer has to be coming from your zone of genius, something that you understand, how to deliver with your eyes closed, all right? The second thing is you want to make sure that, you're selling to the right people. Because no matter how good you are at what you do, no matter how well you can translate the steps that you've taken to help the clients get results, if they're the wrong clients and they simply don't resonate with you, they don't understand the way you explain things, they're not going to get the results. So you want to make sure you're selling the right thing to the right people, okay? The third thing that you want to look at is making sure you feel worthy of making whatever income it is that you desire to make. Whether it's 20K months, 30K months, 50K months, or whatever K months, you need to feel worthy of making that kind of money, all right? Now, here's some ways that you can tell if you don't actually feel worthy. I can tell you for me, it was being a struggleaholic. It was feeling like I had to work really, really hard for these 10K months and then feel cash poor, right? That was the big tip off for me. It was feeling like I needed to please people. So when I would show up in the marketplace, I wasn't really showing up as myself. I was using filters in my copy. I was so careful because I didn't want to trigger or upset anybody, right? I really wasn't showing up, with my full authentic fire because I was afraid of how people would react to me. For you, it may show up with, attracting clients who are needy and demanding. It may show up, as maybe you working really hard like I did and still not generating the kind of funds that you want to generate, or having clients who say yes, but then they disappear, right? So the sale doesn't stick. It can show up in all those kind of ways if you don't feel worthy. So you want to make sure you work through that, right? Now, I can tell you the good news is when you do, because this was an issue for me as well, when you acknowledge that it's a challenge for you and you work through it, you can make huge strides in your business. I went from 10K months to seeing my first 50K month because of the changes that I made, with the business model, making sure I was selling the right thing to the right people, and making sure that I felt worthy of that level of income, okay? I've had clients go from $500 programs to selling $5,000 packages, or other clients go from $4,000 months to their first $20,000 month, because we looked at these 3 areas that I just shared with you, all right? Now, if you're not clear on, how to design a business model and how to structure your programs to support, you bringing in the income that you want to bring in without working yourself into exhaustion. If you don't know, how to package your offer and make sure that you're selling it to the right people, or how to market to attract the right people. If you have to work through your self-worth issues so that you can command the income that you want to command, then I'd love to be able to support you. You can check me out at tinyurl.com/D-Stafford session, and you can see the qualifications for signing up for a session with me. Because what I'd love to help you do is work through these 3 areas so that you can finally start seeing the income that you want to make, so that you can live the big life that matches your big purpose, your big mission, your big calling, and be able to do it working with the clients that you're here to serve, the people that you're truly here to be able to help and support. So if that sounds like you, if you're done banging your head against 2 to 10K months, you're ready to see significant income, and you want to do it in quantum leaps. So I'm not talking about stair-stepping your way. I'm talking about doing it in quantum leaps, then I'd love to be able to support you. If you like this video, what I had to share, you can comment, you can share it. If you want to work with me or find out how you can work with me, go to tinyurl.com/D-Stafford session. And until we speak again, I hope you have the big, bold things in your life and in your business. Take care.